publish reports about football and the future direction of football, and I put the group together to have a look at football, how it's played, how it's perceived, how it can be improved. They got over 3,000 responses to their email questionnaire. They interviewed almost 1,000 other people, they had focus groups, they met referees. Every single interest group in Gaelic football was interviewed here. They took the feedback from that, discussed it themselves and came up with proposals. It's a layman's guide really to how Gaelic football can be improved, and this committee was a very down-to-earth group of people, and they spoke to people about Gaelic football, and I think they got honest responses.
The good news is that overall 75% of respondents said that Gaelic football at county level was either good or very good. So that left some scope. Obviously there was loose ends that felt needed to be changed and so on and so forth. So we researched those and we picked out maybe 12 or 15 things that we required special attention, and we spent a lot of time talking about those and discussing with them, with the various people. The biggest thing that came across from respondents was the cynical play which has developed in Gaelic football in the last few years. They wanted that something done to curb that and if possible eliminate it, because it's not part of Gaelic football or indeed of the GAA ethic at all. So that's one of the things we worked on. So the thing about yellow cards and all that was discussed in great detail, and we have come up with proposals for that. People were very concerned about inconsistency in refereeing, so we've spent a lot of work on that, talked to all the referees several times, and did a lot of research on it, talked to the people on the ground and so on, and we have come up with quite a few suggestions which we think will make refereeing that bit easier.
The thing about the report really is trying to improve the game for players, for spectators. I make life maybe a little bit easier for referees so they can really concentrate on delivering the refereeing elements, and we've taken things out of the game that they don't need to concentrate maybe anymore, certainly at county level, like a public time clock. Trying to reduce the kind of, the little flashpoints in games that I suppose, as a player that you can do without. So whether it's, if you foul the ball and leave the ball down straight away and walk away, don't be kind of getting into argy-bargy or shoving. It's little things like that that can really improve the game, and take the bunching out of midfield maybe with the possible introduction of the mark in 2014.
There are certain fouls for which the punishment will be a yellow card and replacement by another player. The player will leave the field and be replaced by another one. I like the proposal also where if there's more than 3 in the game, future people then, the 4th and 5th, are not replaced, and that will put the onus on players to think of their team first before the foul.
It's up to the Congress as always to decide do they wish to propose or not propose any of these things. We're hoping that most of them will be proposed, if not all of them, and I think a lot of prominent GAA people would like them passed as well. And then some of them, if they're passed, will kick in this year, but some of them will have to wait till next year, such as yellow cards and that. We have to give people time, managers and coaches and players, to learn, to adjust, so they won't kick in until the 1st of January next year. But some things like, we're proposing the clock in Croke Park and other venues that can go straight away, and several other things as well that can go in straight away that don't require any extra coaching or anything like that.